Hey, it's Diego with Aim Shoot Develop. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I feel like some people don't really know or don't really are conscious about. It's basically how far can you go past expiration date on instant film, whether it's Polaroid, the Impossible Project Polaroid film, or Fuji Instax Wide, or even Fuji Instax Mini. Just going to get into that, some of the dates, some of the experiences I've had with expired film, and pretty much when's when. Kind of hoping I can make a community in the comments where people have told me where the farthest they've ever pushed it, and we'll just talk dates and times, how they stored it. Some of the things with this film, I used to store it cold. I used to cold storage my film, but I'm not gonna lie, it took up a lot of space in the fridge. The crisper pretty much was taken out completely by by film. So, but some of the things that I'd seen, let's see, some of the oldest Impossible Project film that I have here. This is from 2013. You can see the indentation. I believe this is it's either one of two things: the day they made it or the day it expires. I'm not too sure. If someone can correct me on the comments, but it's basically one of those two things. And I have some later pressed Impossible Project film here. This one is 2016. For the Impossible Project film, the batteries will still work if it was stored even, just in a cold place, or even in a drawer somewhere, or a storage little something. But if you leave it out in heat, there's a good chance that the battery could die, so you don't know if it'll even have enough juice to use it. But for the most part, the battery should work on these films, even the later ones here, the 2013 packs. I have a good, I don't have really much doubt in my mind that this won't work, so I thought that's pretty cool. I do have some newer Polaroid original stuff, but pretty much wanted to talk about the expiration dates and things in the past. So with the Impossible Project things, you do get some washed colors. You do get, the colors don't come off as, they don't punch as strong. They don't really, you don't get that crispy look. You can, there's still chances you can, but from my personal experiences, even with color and black and white film, like these ones, the colors don't punch as much really. I'll try to put some examples of the pictures that I've taken in comparison to the new Polaroid original stuff. If I can link it in somewhere or put it in the video, that'd be fine. But I have not really had issues with it, past Impossible stuff, but definitely check the dates. These things won't look as colorful. I've been around since Impossible was doing the Pioneer project, or the Pioneer program, where, the early days of it. I remember buying the film, and it looks better. This Impossible Project film, the 2013, I don't know if that's expired or made. That film's pretty much just about the same quality. I don't know if that was around the same time, but it's just around the same quality as that stuff. So, it's not that bad. I had picked this up at a deal, obviously at a discount, because it was, kind of taking a risk on it, but I don't mind taking a risk. You do get some cool exposure sometimes. You do get some weird effects or divots. Mostly, you used to see the old divots back in the Impossible Project days. I thought that was pretty cool. Some people would even use it to their advantage, framing and stuff. So I thought that was really cool for an artistic sense. But for the most part, it's safe fire bet. Polaroid original stuff should work through and through, considering when they change the name, usually have later chemistry, so it should be pretty consistent. But the main reason I wanted to make this video is to show that Instax Wide, I believe I've had 2013 packs, I don't know if it was 2013, 2014 packs, that have still been really, really consistent. I'm talking no difference from the old packs to the new packs. I believe it was 2014 or 15 that had very consistent results. Same with the Fuji Instax Mini, or even old Polaroid 300 film. I have had really consistent results to where there's no difference, honestly, between the two from old and the even fresh packs. Fuji, I don't know if they put the expiration dates just as a caution, where you might lose some potency in the colors or punch or anything, but I've had no difference in that. So, if you find, an old lot of Fujifilm Instax Mini or Fujifilm Instax Wide, film that's a little bit past its expiration date, you should feel pretty confidently if it was stored in a drawer or something that it could work. There's a good chance. I mean, it's worth the gamble. If it's at a discounted of a price, I would jump on it more than anything. The impossible stuff or even original Polaroid stuff, I don't have any original boxes. I had shot some old Spectra, and even then it was really inconsistent. I'll try to post some pictures here of some of the results, but with the old original Polaroid stuff, not Polaroid originals, but the OG Polaroid stuff, you do have very less and less chance that it's going to work, because one, the battery could die, two, the little chemical pods themselves could dry out. So that's always an issue. That's always an issue with those things. Having the battery power to run the camera, especially like an SX70 or 680, those take a lot more power than just the regular box type. But even then, those do require power, even just to operate the flash on some of those cameras. So definitely keep that in mind. Just to wrap things up, Fujifilm, Fuji Instax, FP100C 3000B, and Instax Mini, all are really consistent. I've had no issues across the board on any of those films. I think Fuji, since they've had the chemical process down for a long time, they've been really good. The OG Polaroid stuff, when it was just Polaroid film, it's by the time they run the last plant, you're getting shaky results. You don't know if the batteries died out. If you buy it at a yard sale, or managed to pick one up off eBay off of someone who had it in their drawer, you don't have that good of a chance to really have it to work. There's still a shot, but it won't be the same color wise. You won't get that same crispy look Polaroid's known for. The Impossible Project stuff, a little bit better gamble, especially some of the early stuff. So when the film packs look like this or like this, it's still a little bit shaky results. You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know if the battery had died. There's a better chance than the original Polaroid stuff, but the best bet obviously is Polaroid Originals, which is the new film. So just wanted to make that video, just talk about that. I feel like it hasn't been covered, where people discuss how far they've pushed film in the sense of past the expiration date on some of this newer stuff. If you have your own experiences, go ahead and put them down in the comments so other people know how far you've went past expiration, so other people can gauge where they can do that with their own film, or if they've had it lying around, if it's still worthwhile for them to either sell it off to somebody else, give it to somebody, or just use it themselves. So keep in touch more than anything down in the comments across the board. Wanted to make a quick video just talking about that. I think it's an interesting topic that doesn't really get talked about that much. So you can message me on Instagram, aim.shoot.develop. I'll put a little picture, and we can just talk cameras, whether it's instant, wigglograms, or even some analog film cameras that I'm really into. Yeah, I'm really into compact cameras at the moment, so talk a little bit about that. If you have any more questions, anything that I didn't discuss, or I was unclear about something, you can shoot me a message down below or on Instagram, and I'll get back to you. So take care.